Welcome back, guys. We're back in Forefront today. Now, if you don't want to watch my video, I'm explaining to you how you can use the vehicles and how they work. But you can just go ahead, go into the game yourself, or find a different video, and it will tell you in game with the signs. This is Training Grounds, by the way. You have to go to the play button, and then it should be the one on the right. It should say Training Grounds. This will take you here. I'm over here at point D/vehicles. Now let's get started. So first up we have the four-wheeler or quad. To hop on, you take your right hand, point at the vehicle, and then you press in the right hand joystick. To drive, you use your trigger. Left trigger go backwards, right trigger go forwards. You turn by grabbing the handles. You don't have to go forward and backwards with grabbing handles. You can just do this. But to turn, you have to grab the handle so you can turn. You can do this, go forward. You can use weapons and equipment in first person mode, because if you press your left joystick, it'll take you third person. This, you cannot use anything here. You just drive, only drive. You can weave stuff, hide, duck, all that. You do have to do this in real life, so I'm crouching in real life, duck, leaning, right and left. Then if you press Y, you switch seats. All passengers are usually stuck in first person, besides the APC. This will just put you over here on the back of the quad, but you can, if you go over here, press A and it will honk. That is it for the four-wheeler. Now, to the Humvee. Ooh. Now, the Humvee is 5-seater, so you have the driver, passenger, and then the turret. Turret you grab with both hands. You move your hands together. You can move one, but it's easier if you move both hands up and down, left and right. And shoot. It does have a speed bar. If it overheats, you have to wait for a cooldown, like most games. And then to turn this, you have to use your joystick. Usually right, but you can change this in settings. I don't know if you can turn it off or anything, but that is for the turret. Now, the car itself, you have a steering wheel, turn left and right, just like a normal car. Triggers to go forward and backwards. Oh, I'm still going backwards. Okay. I do have a little bit of stick drift. And then third person, same thing, use your joystick, left joystick, turn stuff. Right? Oh, yeah. Left joystick turn and stuff. You can only turn in the vehicles while moving, at least for the boats and the Humvees, along with the four-wheeler. All of the basic vehicles you can. Now, on to the tanks. Okay, on to the tanks. First up, this is the APC. It is an amphibious vehicle. So this is different from the other vehicles over there I just told you. To use this one, when you're the driver, you have this gun loadout thing. You use your arm, so that's your right controller, to move up and down and turn. You see I'm turning with my gun. That is me using my controller. Turn your screen, you just turn yourself. I don't think you can use joysticks, so you have to turn in real life. You might be able to change gun settings, I'm not fully sure. This is the cannon base. Oh, cannon. If you press left trigger, you will change this. It is a 5-seater, including the driver, so 4 passengers, 1 driver. It is also amphibious, so you can drive on water and stuff, like a boat. But if you press Y, you change seats. This will put you in this view, which is just passenger view. It just positions your camera a little bit differently per person in here. But I'll see you back over there at the tanks, because it's going to take me a second to walk over there. Okay, I'm back over here at the tanks. Now, this is an AA, or anti-air. Here's the description if you want to read that. Now, to use this, it is same thing with your joystick, same joystick driving, but this time when you turn it, turns your entire tracks, so you have to that. You do have to turn with your controller and your view. Turn with it. Like you want to walk with it if you want to turn yourself completely. Otherwise, it would just be like this. This is for, well, airborne stuff. This is cannons. You can damage other vehicles, like the tank, APC, and pretty sure anything else. It does have another firing mode, which is the cannons here. It only locks on to helis and helicopters and stuff. I hope they add a plane. That would be cool if they added a plane. But that is it for the AA. It is a one-person's vehicle. Can't change seats or anything. You only have this. It does overheat the cannons eventually. There is max of 2 missiles. They take a bit to recharge. I can't show you that because I can't play with anyone else in training grounds. It's just not a thing you can do. I hope they change that though. That'd be fun. But now onto the tank. Okay. Now, over here at the tank, this is a 2-person vehicle. So you use your joystick drive, same kind of tracks as the AA over there. It's just a little bit slower and bigger. This is a very explosive round. It does have a cooldown. They can destroy most stuff pretty easily. So I'm at 1-shots Humvees and 4-wheelers. I think at 2-shots APCs and AAs. It 2-shots the transport up there, which I'll give you, and 1-shots I think the Little Bird and Apache. But you just use your joystick not to move and stuff, to turn your gun, same thing, move your right controller around. The orange is where you're actively going to. The white is where we're aiming. What's that? Anyways, there's a second seat. If you press Y, you can go to the turret, or someone else can hop in and be the turret. You move with your right controller and stuff. Same thing as all the other guns. The only difference is the white dot is here, and then the orange is where you're trying to aim. So if you're actively moving, it's going to be a second before your white dot gets to the orange. I don't think you can shoot most stuff. I think this is only for people. But that's it for the tanks. I will see you over at the boats. Okay, we are over at the boats now. These are very similar to the Humvee and 4-wheeler, or quad. This is the jet ski 2-seater, just like the 4-wheeler down there. You can turn with the handles, trigger to go forward, left trigger to go backwards. 3rd-person mode lets you turn and stuff. This is only for water because it's a jet ski. If you do want to come down here, the APC does spawn over here. Now, the boat is a 3-seater, unlike the 2-seater jet ski. You have 2 seats here, driver, and then you also have the turret. Turret is just like the Humvee turret. You turn with your joystick. Can't go all the way around, but you can like shove your controller. Want to shoot behind you? Probably should be shooting in front of you though. It's really loud next to you, as you can hear. But that is just for people, I think. I don't think you can damage vehicles. The boat, it is steering wheel, forward, hold trigger to go forward, left trigger to go backwards. You can go 3rd person. 3rd person's pretty decent for this. But that's it for the boats. I will see you over at the helis. Oh, click on this. Okay, we are over here at the helis, or helicopters. Starting off, we are going to be on the Little Bird over here. This is the smallest and fastest heli. Now, it is a 4-seater, so you have a seat over here on this side, a seat over here on this side, a seat right here next to the pilot, and then you have the pilot. There's 2 different ways to fly this. You can use your normal joysticks, so left hand to go up and down, as you can see right there on that green bar. And then you use your right joystick to tilt yourself, so you can go forward, you can go backwards, you can do an entire barrel roll, all that. You use your left joystick to turn and stuff. These green bars on the side of your screen, right here, that is your tilt. As you can see, as I'm tilting, that is always showing the normal straight. So if it's like that, that means I'm tilted this way. So you can see by the display. This does have cannons on it, so you can shoot people. I'm pretty sure you can shoot everything with this. It just doesn't blow stuff up, so you can't destroy stuff like that. But you can damage every vehicle. It's pretty easy to kill people with this thing. You can go faster or slower by using your left joystick to turn down the throttle a little bit. The little circle right there, that is where I'm tilting and stuff. So the arrow is which direction I'm tilting more towards. The dot there is just indicating where my joystick is, and more precise in where I'm going. Now there's flares. The flares is if you're getting attacked. So with this is the Talon, and only available to engineers. You do have to level up to unlock it, but it will lock onto stuff, as you can see there. When it gets to lock on, which is green, you can press fire, it will shoot at them. Now if you are actively being shot at by this, or the AA, same thing for the AA with the rocket lock-on mode thing, it will have white text for if they can see you, orange text if they are locked on, that would be the green. So white square, that equals white text here. Green square equals green text, that would be there. That's saying target lock or something like that. Then red text means you are actively getting chased by a missile. Now you want to press flares when you see the red text, or right before then. And you probably hide until you get your flares back. But that's it for the Little Bird. I'll meet you at the Apache. Okay, now we'll be at the Apache. I don't think anyone calls this anything else. If you've heard people call any of these two vehicles, or at least anything else, let me know. But same thing. Oh, I never showed you. Okay, I'll show you how to fly with these in a second, because I didn't show you over there. But this is a two-shooter. You can use Hydra rockets. These also damage everything. They do a lot of damage. If you get a direct hit with a player with one, it kills them instantly. Two-shot if you are shooting radius, maybe more if they are a little bit far away. Same flying thing with the hands, but then you also have these. Now the left one is just like the left joystick for this hand, but it only goes up and down. You can't turn. Oh, I mean you can use a mix of these too. So if you prefer the little throttle, you can do that. But you can't turn with that. You have to kind of turn with this, or you can do a mix to turn. Mix is so much easier if you do a mix, or at least for me. Because this one is only for tilting. I find it pretty difficult for myself to tilt and turn and use the normal hands. As you can see, pretty chaotic here. I prefer to use my joysticks, but lots of new guys love to use these. They find it way easier. I know my brother did. That's how he first found himself flying. Same thing with the flares, but there is a second seat, so if we go all the way up here, because I don't have anyone else to fly this for me, since I am in a training grounds, which you can't have anyone else here. Once again, they should probably change that. I hope they do. But if you grab with both hands, as you saw me do, this is the turret. I have to do this fast, otherwise I will die, because we are flying in the sky. You move with your head. It has a pretty explosive area. It does overheat. How about, yeah. Oh, well. Perfect landing, I guess. But that is it for the Apache. I will see you over at the transport. Okay, I'm over here at the transport now. So this is a 10-seater. Same thing with the joysticks and stuff everywhere. You got 2 seats in each of these weird little seat things. As you can see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you have the turrets. Turrets do a little bit more damage than all the other turrets. At least these ones do. They have a slight radius. Slight. I don't think the other turrets have radiuses, but if they do, this one's certainly bigger. They turn and move the same as the other turrets. They just don't have the giant shield there because you're on a hilly. You don't really need that. Then this one, the difference here between this hilly and the other hillies is that this is more for people to move around, because in the spawn menu there's a button that looks like a hilly. If you click it, it will let you spawn on this hilly. So this is a mobile spawn point, just like the APC that is down there. It also has that, because otherwise you can... Not yet! Otherwise you can only spawn on the hillies if they are your teammates. So if your teammates are flying on them, you can squad spawn them and that. But otherwise, this is really beefy, so it's slower than the other hillies, has way more health. But that is it for the transport. I'm going to land this real fast. Now, all the things have health and stuff. All the... Oh, I'm assaulting it. Okay. I forgot I changed to assault before this. All of these, if you use Talon, that one's 2-shot, 1-shot to tank, and I think 2-shot to rock launcher. Pretty sure all the hillies are 2-shot to rock launcher. I'm pretty sure, and those two hillies should be 1-shot to tank. At least those two. This one is 2-shot to tank, although it does a lot of damage to it. Now for the Talon, that is the engineer second rock launcher that locks on and homes them, or the AA down there. It 2-shots the Apache and the Low Bird. And then this, I'm pretty sure it's a 4-shot. Could be 5-shot, but it's really difficult, especially if they are engineers in here. There's multiple engineers, because they will use the repair tool and constantly repair it, so it's way more annoying. There is a perk that is able to, let's see here. Let me go to engineer. See, there's bunch of field perks. I'll get more into this in a different video, but there's the Saboteur one. This will make it where the vehicles take way longer repair after you damage them. And then there's this one. This is the mechanic one. It auto heals your hillies. I don't know if I talked about this on one of the other hillies, but it auto heals them, so if you get damaged, you can just fly away and heal your hilly. But that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.